A to the K.
To the K.
To the K.
So, Anthony, what do you want to talk about?
The Rock.
Yeah, talk about The Rock. Cody Rhodes.
Never-ending story.
Cody Rhodes finished his story.
Yes, he did.
Now needs a new book, doesn't he?
This is the trouble. Like this, such an epic end to the story, and you know, it's a little bit of a poison chalice. I don't want to start negatively, but we've often talked about this. It was like, after such an historic run, what do you do with that, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Cody's got the belt, he's got the girl,
yeah,
he's got the money. I don't know.
There's red bottom shoes,
his Rolex,
cigars,
several Rolexes.
He's prime
he
athlete.
listed about 4 or 5 Rolexes.
Yeah,
during the run to
he
this, so
bought Rolexes for. I think ours is in the mail.
Yeah, he's got like a whole fucking just box of Rolexes. I guess I don't know, but
American Dream.
Anyway, the American Dream. Stop.
That's the modern American Dream. How much crap can I accumulate? Right.
American Dream's just commercialism,
basically. But yeah, you're quite right. It's a poison chalice because he spent this whole run being like, I need to finish my story, I need to win the belt, and he answered it. I think, was it on the promo we did on Raw? Was it in an interview beforehand, saying he used to kind of worry himself, being like, well, after I finish the story, like, then what? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it is still kind of like, then what? So we saw on Raw, The Rock came out and he's like, I'm not finished with you, boy. I'm not finished with Mama Rhodes. I want to hold your title. You can hold mine. And I've got something in my pocket for you, and I'm going to pass it to you really subtly, and don't break my heart, and I'm going to see you when I come back.
The cock ring.
Oh, it's got a little American Nightmare face on it.
A little Brahma bull with the horns and everything.
Oh, he's going to come out with a range of cock rings now, isn't he?
Probably.
Yeah. I want to be your Papa Chewy.
Have you seen that somebody pointed out, like, he was advertising the shampoo and the logo on it said, if I had hair, I would use this, or something like that.
Amazing.
And you're like, fucking hell, Rock.
Amazing. Brilliant. I also love the way he's got like his tattoo cream and he's just there like rubbing it on his arm every 2 seconds, and it's like, you had them tattoos years ago, Rock. It's like, I don't think it's working because you keep doing this.
Fucking
So I think you've got
bust them up.
I think there's something in Papa Tui that's fucking you up, to be honest, mate. But so we know that there's a collision course set for Cody and The Rock in the future at some point.
Yes. Well, rumor has it it's going to be at the next WrestleMania. So we've got
that's a long ass time to wait, isn't it?
But The Rock's going to disappear for a bit, let's be honest.
I think he'll disappear for a year. Now that he's on the TKO board, he's going to film whatever he's filming, the A24 fucking thing that he's doing. So I think once he's not got to, delay the movie with any potential physical dangers, he's going to crop up again and make some appearance to keep it going. But I think, is SummerSlam too soon? August time? Maybe Survivor Series? I kind of feel like, although
the thing is, like, I think I'm actually all for them delaying this return of The Rock, because I think what we need now is for Cody to establish. Mm-hmm. So you go, well, let's get him some opponents here.
Yeah.
Where, okay, it's almost a little bit clear cut that he's going to win, but it sets him up. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's unpack that then, shall we? So right, we know The Rock is on the radar for the future.
Yeah.
What does he do right now? Because the Raw after WrestleMania was all about him and The Rock in the future.
Well, I think they actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they haven't decided who main event Jey Uso is going to go up against, have they?
Yes.
Is it Damien?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that would actually be a good friendly bout.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure they've decided. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure.
But I think they need something like that, where it's almost like a bit of a friendly rivalry, and he wins and it's all lovely and handshakes and all this kind of stuff. But I think you alluded to it earlier that Gunther with a capital F, Gunther is obviously been relieved of the Intercontinental Championship, and is probably going to hit the main event scene. And I think, you know what, that could be a decent program between the two.
I just worry though with that. I'm just so worried. The problem is, though, you've had Gunther be on this fucking epic undefeated streak for ages, and then he loses randomly to fucking Sami Zayn. Don't get me started again on that. And then he comes back, and then he just starts losing again to the likes of Cody. And it's like, how do you transition him from like this undefeated monster guy to just like, oh, well, now he loses quite a bit.
I do take your points. So you think it may not be necessarily a good one to do right now because
I want to see it.
Gunther.
Yeah, I want to see it, but I kind of.
I mean, you've still got some main event players there that just aren't really main eventing at the minute. You know, like AJ Styles, be a fantastic feud between them two. In all honesty,
yeah,
both previous Bullet Club guys.
Yeah, there's a story there.
There's a story there. And the Good Brothers might rock up again. I don't know where they are.
No, we don't want that.
In Burger King. I don't know where they are.
I think they're in NXT. I think that's what happens. They basically just go, NXT now.
But there's potentially something there. I think that'd be a really good feud for them. But like, they're all going to be a little. Oh. I don't know what's going on.
Gunther.
They're all going to be a little bit obvious, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, saying that though, I'm still struggling. Did you take Gunther out of it? You take, I don't know, someone like AJ. I don't know where they're gonna go with it, and it can because it won't be Drew because Drew's got Punk and Damian and all that to consider.
Do you think we need a long term like? The story between him and Roman was so long. Do you think we need something like that again, or do you need something where it's like shorter feuds?
I think much shorter feuds, much shorter feuds,
whole foods, if you will,
much shorter feuds, definitely. I don't think we need like 6-month long programs again because like fucking Cody and Nakamura went on for like 3 months or something. That was awful. So we don't want shit like that. But you want something where it's like, okay, these guys are gonna have a feud for a month to this pay-per-view.
I mean, to be honest, this has been kind of some of the problem as well. While he's been waiting to just go back and fight Roman, he's been doing all the side quests. So it's like there's a lot of people he's already fought without the belt. So
exactly. Which I guess you've got the draft coming up, haven't you? So that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to make some fresh rivalries for him, I suppose. But
I'm just trying to think of good opponent. Like Karrion Kross could potentially be a good opponent, and they've been desperately trying to find a way of pushing him properly.
Yeah, but then he's just rocked up in NXT. So it's like, is that permanent now? Is that something else?
Who knows?
Like who are the top heels now? Because Roman's just been top dog there for a while. Rock came in, final bossed it up. He's just been the top heel. You kind of go, well, who else is there? Bobby's not really a heel anymore.
No.
So it's like Bobby Lashley could be a shout. Yeah. Drew's top dog heel, but he's got he's
got his own shit going on. Yeah.
What do you do? LA Knight's not a heel.
We do need a really solid new heel, don't we? Yeah. But then the draft is going to mix things up, and you're going to bring in people like, and do you put this much faith in them? But you're going to bring in people like Braun Breaker and Eli Dragunov.
Well, what Cody's like. He'll be like, who's over? I want to work with them.
I want to work with somebody.
Yeah, learned that from Jericho. I think it's like, who's hot right now? Let me all over them. I will dim their flame and keep it all on me. But yeah, like I was thinking, like you talk about NXT call-ups and stuff, like Dragunov.
I just said that.
Well, no, Dragunov I think might be where Gunther goes.
Oh.
Because
it's all about the sound effects today, Carl.
I do think we are going to get Cody Gunther, but I just think it'll be a bit further down the line. But you've now got, because like you've got Clash the Castle coming up, so it's like Cody's going to be at that. It's going to be about Drew, isn't it? Surely that's when Drew gets the belt back, right? So
you'd expect so.
Hopefully, so you've got that kind of side thing. But then I'm just thinking, it's hard. It's so hard. It's so difficult to know. So that's the main problem I see right now is there's no clear next step for Cody. But we know the Rock's in the future.
Yeah. I mean, I know this isn't truly what the segment's for, but like it almost feels like the next big match is going to be him and the Rock, but I kind of want the Rock and Roman.
Well, that's why I don't think it'll be at Mania. I think Rock and Roman will be next year's WrestleMania. They'll get the main event that they wanted, like the once in a lifetime thing, the fucking for the Battle of the Bloodline. Which is why I think we'll get Cody and The Rock sooner, and then that's where we'll start laying the foundations for that. But a wild Roman needs to appear. Are we going to get Cody? Are we going to get Cody and Roman again?
Wait, Roman is evolving.
I don't know whether we would, because they've already had the one that Roman won. Now we've had one that Cody won, so it'll be very definitive to have another one. Yeah, I kind of feel like Roman and Seth are going to have a bit of a thing.
Yeah, and it almost feels like their business isn't finished, doesn't it? With what happened to Mania, so that kind of makes sense.
Because essentially, if Roman would have made the other choice, like a sliding doors moment in it, if he would have hit Cody instead of Seth, he probably still would have jumped
his belt. Yeah.
So because he didn't, him and Seth have got a built-in feud up till SummerSlam. I think The Rock and Cody will meet at SummerSlam. That's where the Bloodline will go apeshit, and then we'll have a build up to Mania.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, or it could be later. It could be Survivor Series Rumble, but it'll be around around the next 12 months.
Be around.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think we'll get Roman again with Cody anytime soon.
No.
I think we will in the future.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Roman's going to carry on being he's having some time now? Do you think we're going to get much Roman these days?
I don't know. He posted on Twitter, didn't he, like
anything,
day one or whatever. He was sad yesterday, but now new day, day one.
New day.
Yes, so Roman's joining the New Day. You heard it here first. But so we don't know who he's going to face. We don't know what he's going to do.
No.
But he hinted
question mark himself.
He hinted at bringing back an old title or changing the look and feel of the title. Do you think he's going to do that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, did it with the IC title and people fucking loved it. I think we're all waiting for it. I think it would be a perfect sort of finish, really, wouldn't it, to say, well, this is the belt. This is the belt that was in my father's den or whatever they fucking went on about all the time.
Yeah.
Or the one he held over his head but never kept and all
that. Yeah, but that
like,
wasn't the Winged Eagle, though. That was like a proper old school belt.
But maybe, like you say, it'd have to be some sort of fusion. You can't bring back a proper old school belt.
That's what I mean.
Suppose.
Especially like the big gold W like belt. Because they've got like the one that all the celebrities have got now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So did they just keep that as like our publicity belt?
Yeah.
And then they actually do something that's a bit like the world title, but like the Eagle or something.
Yeah. I think with what they did with Seth's belt, I think they're not afraid to be a bit different with the belts right now. So that's good. Because I was kind of getting bored with the big W's.
It doesn't need to be a giant big W, does it? To be honest. Like
we
know
know
it's WWE. We know. So
it's gonna have to be some sort of fusion, but I think the best nod they can to Dusty's belt would be just a nice icing on the cake for it. So I do think he's gonna change the belt. I think that could be in the next few weeks, to be honest.
Okay. I think he might have had like a burgundy coloured strap or something, the original one. And maybe he does stay on Raw. And that's his little red strapped belt. With his red bottom shoes, did he go so well?
Yeah.
You know? Okay, so he is going to get a new title. Now, something that D-Jack, of all people, mentioned on his Twitter the other day was like, you might be loving him now, blah, 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 but soon, one day, whatever, you're going to be booing this man, whatever. Do we have to see a Cody Rhodes heel turn to make this work? We're just talking about the lack of interesting heel opponents he's got available to him.
I think...
I've just thought who it could be.
Go on, go.
Randy. That's who it should be.
That works.
They've got history.
The whole legacy thing going.
They could turn, yeah.
They haven't really...
I don't know why I completely blanked on Randy.
Yeah, because they haven't interacted heavily just yet. But that could work.
And Randy came in the ring after the match and stuff, didn't he?
Said, held him up. Junior from nowhere. Like, no, wait, sorry.
No, he's in jail. Shouldn't laugh.
He may have got that prison bond going on, you know.
Maybe.
He's ready for a return.
Maybe.
Bills to pay.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, that would be a great feud.
That's the one.
That's the one. That's it. That's perfect. That's his feud.
He's just come. It's not like he's in the main event title picture at the minute. So I feel like a bit of a step up for him. Just come from the US title picture. They've got history built in together. He doesn't need to win it. It's a fucking top level guy for Cody to beat to keep him feeling strong. He's
always been a random friend to Randy as well, hasn't he? Shake your hand 1 minute, RKO you the next.
Oh yeah.
So it'd work. Yeah. It'd work.
Completely believable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I reckon he'd do that at
That's what we do.
You know what I mean?
But anyway, I was just thinking there's no top heels, blah blah blah, because
Randy.
Yeah. Will we see a Cody Rhodes heel turn?
I think he steps so naturally into a heel. Like we've talked about this a lot. He's super over, and I know that they want to keep booking him that way. They risk doing the John Cena thing because
that's what Triple H said though. It's so hard. It's so difficult to make a babyface.
Yeah, it is.
It just doesn't happen.
No.
Usually it's like you fucking push someone down your throat and you resent them, and then you end up cheering for the bad guy because he's cool. And like Cody's kind of not that cool, and he is kind of pushed down your throat. And he does come across as a bit of an arrogant dick. But people love him.
But I think this is going to be the problem, is like they love him right now. But he'll have to pivot his babyface, if that makes sense. Because like he's a babyface kind of underdog at the minute. He's had this long story to tell. He's been screwed over and he's this, he's that. He's had this journey. He's been a journeyman. And you go, okay, we're behind you. We get this, right? But now he's not. And you go, well, to stay a babyface, you can't keep coming out and going, oh, really got to try and deal with this challenge. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like,
though, if we know he's got a collision course with The Rock, and we expect to see him do something with, where did we say he was going to be? We said he was going to work somebody at some pay-per-view. Seth was going to work Roman yeah, Rock is going to work Cody, and then we're going to get Roman versus Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Following yourself, huh?
Yeah, follow him. I'm trying to follow myself. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought. I'm lost in the story. Yeah, right. So we can't have him turn heel.
Not yet, but I don't
like
think...
this year, at least, until he does the thing with the Rock. That's the challenge. Unless you turn him and somehow try and get him back babyface, which would be so hard to do.
Yeah, that'd be damn near impossible.
So he's got to stay babyface.
I don't know. I think we could get away with the babyface thing for a year. To be fair.
Yeah. What if we had something with some of Dusty's kids? So like that's what they used to call him, didn't he? Like his top picks in NXT.
Okay.
So we had it with Seth.
Cody, Dustin.
Well, we had it with Seth. We had it with Roman. I can't think who else was like a Dusty kid. You know what I mean? But
I know, like, there has been some references to it, hasn't it? I feel bad for not knowing, but yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
We could do that.
Yeah, so that could be a good show.
So at least we've got Randy. We could do. So there's going to be King. There's going to be King or Queen of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring, not King or King and Queen of the Ring is coming back in Saudi Arabia soon.
So
what I would like to see that become is not a I'm now a king gimmick. I've got a scepter, and instead be I'm now getting a title shot.
Yeah.
You've also got Money in the Bank.
True. I mean, Money in the Bank's a worrying one this year because, like, who could even win it, really?
I think there's something like LA Knight in it. I want it to be. I think it's going to be.
I'll be honest with you, and this is no offense to Cody. I'm loving the story at the minute. And I do strictly talk characters, by the way, not people. But how obnoxious and shit would a feud between LA Knight and Cody be? I'd have to just not watch that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Myself for a long period of time. Do you know what else I would like to see? And again, I feel like I'm just picking people from the US title scene. Logan Paul. We had Logan Paul versus Roman before he was US champ. Don't see why we couldn't do something there as well.
Not a bad shout.
You just need some stuff, I think, some short feuds that get you from now until when The Rock comes back to face Cody.
Yeah.
And I think if you have someone like Randy Orton, you have someone.
And you know what? At some point this year, Punk's going to be back on the card.
Yeah.
And obviously he's going to go with Drew. That feud's getting built.
Mm-hmm.
But Punk Cody is kind of a match that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we did maybe get a match between them. Or I could be wrong on that.
Don't know if we did.
It wasn't that impact, but like I feel like it was a match we got kind of cheated out of, or a feud we got cheated out of.
There's a story there because they were the last two in the Rumble. And so CM Punk can be like, you eliminated me,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. So I think that could be a good match when we get there. But obviously we need to go straight for Drew with the Punk stuff because that feud's building nicely.
Yeah.
But that would be a great feud.
If you look forward to WrestleMania 41, and I think maybe we should do this as another segment, but if we're saying WrestleMania 41 is likely going to be Rock and Roman as the big draw, maybe you get Cody Punk for that.
Could work.
Or because I think you're going to have Drew versus Punk way earlier than that.
Yeah,
as soon as Punk's back, that's the first
you
thing
need to
do.
the minute he can, they need to deal with that feud because I think they've been working really well together. But you got to strike while the iron's hot.
But what you could also do though is Punk and Rollins, because of the whole Shield connection, and Seth will need someone to work with after he works with Roman. We'll allow Roman to go with Rock.
Yeah,
and that's what the original plan for WrestleMania this year was going to be, wasn't it? Until he got injured.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so could do that as well. But then again, where does Cody? It's just mad. That's what I'd like to see at WrestleMania. So Rock and Roman.
Okay.
Seth and CM Punk.
Right.
Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that could work for me. I mean, I noticed we're not putting Damien in this at all. I assume Drew's got the belt at this point.
No, I think Drew will still have a feud. I think it'll be Drew going for Cody's belt.
Damien doing?
He's beating other people, isn't he?
All right.
Yeah, don't know, maybe it's Drew versus Randy Orton. Drew versus LA Knight, whoever wins the Money in the Bank.
I think the important thing is we've got some good options there.
We do.
I'm not over. I don't really. No offense to LA Knight, I just don't really see a good feud there. But it is what it is. But they could surprise us.
They could.
And then we've got other wildcard options that may kick off in this year that may be fantastic, and we can get to. It'd be like the Uncle Howdy stuff might be like fantastic, and people get really over by it, and it ends up hitting a main event note. You know what I mean?
Braun Breaker could get pushed to the moon.
No, I'm trying to be serious here, Cole. I can run. It's like, yeah, cool. But
he can run, to be fair.
like, I'm not amused when fucking Strowman runs around the ring. I'm not going to be amused when he fucking runs in it.
Yeah. Well, if he ends up being a Paul Heyman guy, if Paul Heyman, you know,
He just don't want to talk for him.
Got beef with Cody, any, but yeah, lots of things could happen. But I think what remains to be seen is we have no idea where they're planning to go with Cody's first feud post Bloodline. But if they wait for the draft and stuff, then I think Orton and Cody is the place.
Imagine Heyman describing his job to people. Like, I find muscular men and talk for them. It's strange.
It's pretty strange. Yeah.
That's what he does.
It is.
And he does it well.
He does. He does very well.
Do you think he would be a Heyman guy, though?
Yeah. He kind of alluded to it in his Hall of Fame speech. So I kind of think that's what we're going to get.
But in Heyman we trust.
And he did it in NXT, didn't he? Remember Heyman went down there, that when they basically loaded up the NXT card when it was going against Dynamite. And they put like Undertaker on there and everything. Remember that? Yeah, they had Heyman there basically being Bron Breakker's little manager for the day. So yeah.
But Heyman's such a cool dude. I don't know if I can get behind the Bron Breakker.
We'll have to see.
And like, why does he bother wearing a leotard when every 5 minutes he's like,
yeah. I mean, Kurt Angle did that and we didn't mind. So
Kurt Angle didn't do it every 5 fucking seconds.
He did sometimes. Sometimes Kurt Angle pulled it down and then pulled it back up just to pull it back down again. That's what Kurt Angle did. He's a fucking legend.
Kurt is a legend and Kurt will get a pass on that. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ron does too much.
No bias on the show whatsoever.
There's no, I don't have a bias.
But yeah, have we got it completely wrong? Where's Cody going next? Where does his story take him?
Where's Cody?
Let us know in the comments where you think he's going, and we will catch you on the next one.